It's already 29, 30, 31, 23. It's keep pulling very strong. And go. Wow, actually it's keep pulling me. Check this out. I never tried that before. I know like some people will hate me here, ruin the grass and stuff. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Oleg. Today I have one of the newest electric dirt bike, and it's from HillMiles Milepop 1 model. So I'm gonna do unboxing and show you what's included in the box. Then we're gonna go over the spec on this bike and go for a ride. So let's open up to see how the bicycle actually packed. So here's how I look from the top. Actually, kind of impressive. They use a steel kind of cage. Pretty cool. It will take me some time to remove it actually, but I'll show you what's inside as well. That's why the box is more heavy than the bicycle itself, but this way the bike will not get damaged. Here's how it looks from the side. Basically you cannot see anything. Let me remove this protection. So they did take care very nicely. Wow, probably one of the best ways to protect it. Let me remove this one. Okay, so it's a black with some orange. Looks good. So basically I will just remove this. You need to unscrew this bolt probably just to remove this cage, pull out the bike, and I'll show you what you need to attach. So I just removed the top metal piece. It took me a while because you have to unscrew the bolts, nuts, and then it looks good. So inside you're gonna find actually, let's see, I'll start with user manual. It's pretty nice user manual with color and everything, even more information about the bike. It says here 2000 rated motor, so it means peak power probably around 3000. Also the battery says 25 amp, which 48 volts, so it's a pretty large battery should be. The charger is 3 amp charger. So with this charger it will take you about 8 hours from 0 to full. It comes with all the tools needed to assemble, with some zip tie and organizer for cables. Very nice headlight which need to be attached. Fenders, pretty solid fenders, nice. It comes with a handlebar, very nice handlebar you need to attach. Very nice grips as well. I'll show you everything later once I assemble it. And it does come with some protection gears as well. Looks like it's a knee and elbow probably, or it's a knee. I need to check it out. Very nice. Included. The brakes are like motorcycle type. I will show you as well. So you would need just to reattach everything. So my first step was attaching the handlebar with the 2 bolts underneath, very large bolts. It was attached. Okay, so next step I will try to attach brakes to the handlebar, everything first. Then you would need to remove this bolt, actually this nut, and then remove it from the stand. I might still need to remove one of the side because you need to pull it out and there's no space, so I would probably need to disassemble this part as well. So it's a little bit problem, too well packed, but again they make sure the bike arrives safely. That's number one priority, I guess. So once you remove from this cage, I put the bike on one side. I attach the front fender, and next we'll be attaching the wheel. So the wheel brake gonna be on left hand side. You can see this brake. First you attach the wheel, basically the same way as it was before. You just insert the axles through as it was before. The larger spacer will go to the right side, the smaller one on the left side. So I attached the front wheel. So front wheel was not as hard. The brake actually attached partially. So you would attach first the wheel, then you would remove the bolt from the brake on the front and remove the protector, and then you would resecure with the same bolt the front bracket. I did, after I attached the wheel, I attached the a shock on the back. Looks like the shock has two options to attach. This one makes it a little bit tall, I believe. This one a little bit shorter, so it depends how tall you are. So it'll give you about an inch probably shorter. So I attach on this position, but you have two positions, and it's kind of hard to get over there because a lot of plastic protection, I guess, but you just need to secure this one. It does come with motorcycle graded brakes on the rear. Looks like really huge with dot fluid in it. Nice specs, kind of small but pretty good, solid. Everything looks very good built. Actually, this one is for making some sounds. The shock looks good. I think the air inside, I'm not sure how to resecure this part. It basically dust protection, mud protection, but I'm gonna figure out later. The next step will be attaching this plastic on another side over here. So you would attach it, just remove these two bolts and resecure, so it will get like chain protection, which is also cool. And then the bike will be basically assembled. Make sure you put the air pressure correctly. It should be listed on the tires as well. And then re-secure everything, reposition the way it's more comfortable for you to see it and operate. You can adjust the display, everything, and I'll show you everything once I finish it. So here's how it will look once you assemble and basically tuning. What I did, I put the air, I put like 35 psi in each tire, which recommended, I believe, 40. Again, don't listen to me how much I put. Check your tire because sometimes they may be different. I know every brand use the tires not always the same after a while. So when you receive the bike, just check on the side what's the maximum psi, and then you can put up to the maximum depending on your preference, on your weight. The lighter you are, the less psi you're gonna put the pressure. So it is actually was a very easy assembly, but the only difficult was for me to remove this from the box. They pack this bike so good, so well, that it takes me most of the time to do it. I spend like 70% just to removing the box. So that's the only things I didn't like, because it will take some time. But again, the assembly was pretty simple. As you could see, attaching handlebar, the brakes pretty simple. There's nothing like really something special. Also attaching the front fenders, headlight, and attaching the rear shock with one bolt. Also the plastic to cover the chain guard. So it looks actually amazing. Let me show you first how I look on this bike. I'm 5'11" feet tall, so the lowest position of the seat is like 29.5 inches from the ground, and the handlebar is about like 38 inches from the ground. So let me just show you. So here's when I sit on it, looks like I might need some, actually there's more travel. Actually I don't get bottom out, there's more travel on this. The shock is actually a pretty good shock, but they told me it's not adjustable, but I think you can adjust by turning the ring, I'll show you as well, and pump the air. But the company told me it shouldn't be adjusted, but actually I believe they're wrong, because you can adjust the shock as a spring as well for different weight. But I'm 215 pounds. Also, here's the fork. The fork is not adjustable too, but it does have very good travel. It's about 150, 120 millimeter travel, so it's soft. It just very slow rebounds, so I guess that's something you would adjust the rear one. And here's my position when I sit on it. So it's pretty much straight up for me, but depend on your height, so you can ride it whatever way you prefer. But I already actually rode it and I love it. It's very cool bike. Very nice, nimble. So the bike really cool. It looks like a toy, but actually it is real, like built as motorcycle. It comes with 14-inch tires on the front, which it says here 60 by 100, 14 inches diameter. Puncture resistant, kind of very nice, like it's like a dirt bike. Also you can see the spoke, it's very thick, so it's a motorcycle graded. Axle through on the fork, aluminum fork, hydraulic with a guard already pre-installed, and it has pretty bright, very good looking headlight. You can adjust it a little bit with this two screw, loosen up, and you can move up and down, so if you need it, but it's like this, so you can adjust it. It comes with pretty nice fender, not like cheap one, so it stays pretty good over there. Very clean everything. There's no basically wire. The only things I need to do cleaning, because they did give me special like wire kind of management spring. I just need to put it in. So don't comment that it sucks, but I didn't do this job yet. I just was rushed to do this video. But this one can need to be reorganized by me, by you, once you finish it. But everything else, it's actually pretty neat gonna be. Once you reorganize, you hide it. Very neat. All the wires is basically concealed. You cannot really see any wire here other than on the motor. Also very clean. The motor listed over there 2000 watt continuous, 48 volt, so it's pretty powerful motor. I did see peak power over like based on my calculation over 3000 peak, so it's pretty solid steel frame, so it's a carbon steel, and swing arm also steel. The wheels also, the rims, everything from steel. The brakes on the rear, you can see it's I believe this 4-piston, or maybe this one I need to check, but again it's a kind of motocross grade with a dot fluid inside. You can see how thick the rotor is. 12 inches tires, which is 70/112 nylon, so I don't see any brand really on the tires. But here's a shock, it says Sater, but this air underneath cup, so it's used nitrogen, so there is nitrogen. They told me don't really open it. I will not pump the air. I know I did on other bike, but this one I will just leave it as long. Over here, this things you can turn. You have to have, you can do by hand. Actually, I can do it by hand, and you can basically give more tension to the spring. If you're a heavy person, you basically tighten up. If you're a lighter person, you untighten, because it will kind of get better on the spring. That way it will be better for heavy person. But these are long travel. I believe they say around maybe 2 or 3 inches, like about 2 inches probably. So it's about 70, maybe 80 millimeter travel. I'm not sure 100%, but it is pretty nice shock. Suspension with the spring and hydraulic, so it's combination. Here's a future. So basically it does come with a huge battery inside, 48 volt, 25 amp, so it's 1200 watt hours right there. I don't think you can just easily remove it. You would need to unscrew some bolts in order to remove the battery, but I'm not planning to remove it. So the battery inside here, kind of hidden. The bike, it's IPX4 protected, so you can probably ride it in the rain if you want to. But over here is a charging port, okay, and this button is for throttle sounds, they say, and you can hear noises coming from here. And the cool part is, let me make sure it's in zero mode, otherwise the bike will take off. You can use the throttle, making all these noises. So this kind of gonna roll like real motorcycle. So I guess if you want to pretend to be a motorcycle, you can do that. But you do have the sounds of the chain, because the chain on this side, it's mid-drive, and it will make some sounds, but actually it's not as loud, and it sounds like this one. It's pretty cool, like good for you. I mean, I like how it sounds actually. So it has very small sprocket over here and kind of larger on the back. I saw like much larger on some other dirt bike. This one is smaller, but this bike have more torque due to the transmission setup over here. It comes also with a guard for chains, that's good. And the tires have good traction for off-road or city ride as well. Of course, if you're riding on the city, this one usually like more for off-road riding, but we're gonna ride today for on the street and see how it feels. Underneath there's no any tail light, anything like that, so it does not have any tail light for some reason, but it comes with a plastic cover, so it looks really cool. And here's a front brake. I think this one is 4-piston, one here. So it is basically motocross, like it's not a regular bicycle brakes. Their stopping power amazing, so it is really brakes you want to see on the powerful bicycle. And this bicycle looks kind of smaller, but it is very powerful. It's a speed wise, as they say, up to 31 miles an hour. And you're gonna see it today once we're gonna ride it. I'm gonna check with GPS as well. Over here the handlebar, it's let me show you. It's 28 inches wide, come with very nice grips, kind of rubber, very comfortable. Even for smaller hands it's good to grab, so it's very slim, so it's good. Also pretty convenient. You can move it, as you can see I move it a little bit further here, so I can easily to brake over here. You can move it even to the left if you want to, so it's all adjustable. And pretty large display. You can go to setting, change the brightness, kilometer to miles, but you cannot really change the speed. Over here come with the horn. Wait, you have to push harder. Pretty loud horn. And this one is a headlight on and off switch. So to turn on, you push power on, or to turn off, you just push again and it will be off. Okay, so it's pretty simple setup and easy to use because it comes with full throttle, like just like a motorcycle, I would say. And that's it, you just go. The pegs also from steel. It's not really foldable, but they make this way, so if you're going somewhere short, I guess off-road, so they will not break. If you hit like something, you will just have a spring move, I guess. Same thing on the other side. And I like the kickstand. The kickstand is pretty solid steel and also come with a plastic protector underneath. So if you park your bike inside the house and you have hardwood floor, it will not really damage the wood floor, because most of them come with a steel, which may damage the wood. This one is a plastic, so it will protect. Let's take a look on the seat. So the thing is long, but it's for one person. It's pretty soft. I guess 2 small people can ride it if you want to. It's pretty nice. I would not say it's too soft, but it's not that hard as well. This one I think is just decorational, and it does come with information for the motor, also the battery, and the maximum load is 256 pounds. So the bike itself weighs around 100 pounds, and it is UL certified bike. Not just I want to, they told me, they didn't actually tell me. I went to the website and I see the certification right on the website. Some company will never post it, so they're very honest. Looks like they give you everything exactly what they have. They say it's produced up to 3000 peak power, which actually a little bit more. It has a UL certification for the battery and the bike. Everything on the website listed. It has basically everything, and it's actually very cool build and it's very affordable. I will have extra discount in the description, $50 off with my code ERIDES. So if you want to save some money, you want to use this code. And let's go for right now and to see how the bike will perform. Alright, so now we're gonna test it out to see how good the speed gonna be on this bike and also the torque. I think the top speed 31 miles an hour, well, that's what they listed, and I'm not expecting to go any faster because that's kind of maximum I can see on display even with no load, but I feel like this bike have a lot of torque. So basically I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna use the assist. This is 3, so basically speed 3 level and go the full throttle. Let's see. Wow, that accelerates very quickly. It's already 20. It's already 29, 30, 31. So it will go just 31 maximum, that's it. It's not slow down, it just keep 31. Very nice. Let's test it out for few levels because it comes with 3 speed to see what the throttle very responsive. You can see like if I touch the throttle, it will almost get wheelie. Actually, I think you can do wheel on this bike easily. It basically lifts the front wheel. So I'm gonna switch to 1, slow down, and do 1. Speed number 1 will take me to 40 miles an hour, then 15 and cut off. And let me put the peak, actually amp. Over here I can amp. So amp would basically will tell me how much peak power if you do calculation. If you right now I have about 53 volt. Since when I fully charged it was like 54, so now it's 53.2. So let me switch to amp. So basically I saw like 60 amp on fully charge when I go on pedal assist level 3, so speed level 3. So it's over like it's around 3200 peak. Okay, so I'm on the 2 now, and the 2 will pick up speed pretty good up to 21 miles an hour. And we're gonna brake now and brake. Wow, the brake is really good. I actually burned a bit rear tire, but let's go to 30 miles an hour and do the braking again. Actually, it sounds really good. So, I like the motor sounds. Okay, going 31. And I'm gonna brake by the 3 over here, brake. Oh, okay. So basically, wow, it's a lot of burning tires. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. I didn't push the front, so the front braking on the right side, left side basically just keep burning the tire. Since it's off-road tires, they don't grab when you brake on the rear one mostly, so you need to use some front as well. So let's try again on the brake. Sorry, and let's try to brake here. Brake. Okay, actually it's not bad, but a lot of burning. You can probably see the line. A lot of and small burning tires. Wow. So the brake works good, but just need to be kind of more gentle on the brake, because once you lock it in, it will just slide. If you change the tires to more street, you'll have better probably braking. So we're gonna go now to the high hill and test out on torque. So what I think, this bike comes with more torque. And let me turn on the speaker so you can hear how it sounds. You can hear now. So I'm gonna stop. Can you hear this? And then yeah, and take off. Wow, it feels like you are racing on the motorcycle. I'm not sure what is louder, the chain or the speaker. And then if you need to horn, your horn is louder. So okay, I'm gonna turn it off. Actually, I do like the sounds of this chain. I know I tested few already with a mid-drive, and some of them sounds like very pleasant, some of them is annoying. This one is more pleasant. I don't know why, but it sounds much more, I like it. It just, you can feel like acceleration feels like with the sounds. It's like emotional. It's get like motorcycle. So let's go on the street, and it just, wow, it's keep up very good. Alright, so actually I'm going downhill because I just tested for uphill, but I noticed my camera didn't record it, so I'm going back to re-record to show you the speed. The brakes is good. Yeah, if you use the front, it'll brake right away. Just be gentle on the front, otherwise you can fall. Well, it's very gentle and brake very good. So I'm gonna turn around and retest it. It is very smooth ride on this bike. Unfortunately, I didn't record what I say earlier, but it is very smooth. The throttle very responsive. So it comes with a very nice full throttle over here. Very responsive. The top speed 31 miles an hour. I rode like 3 miles over here. So I already did once, so it's my second time. I have a top 62-65 amp on display, so it's about 3200 and more peak power. And let's see how much voltage. I have 51.9, so it's actually very good for riding here 4 miles. Actually, let's see how much I rode on this bike. Oh, 6 miles. So I have 6 miles from zero when I charge my bike. So it's very good battery as well, so it's keep up very good as well. So let's change to amp and see how fast I'll do the second one. Okay, so 23, it's keep pulling very strong. This is my second time trying it. 20, it just keep pulling. 19, a little bit slow down. 19. So I got 90 miles an hour. It's actually very fast. So far 31 miles an hour on the flat, and uphill 90 miles, which is very fast. So for example, Bafang motor, which is 1000 Bafang motor with peak around 1800, can get to this hill up to 10 miles an hour. Versus to Milepop 1, 19. So I would say this one is about 200 Newton torque. Very powerful. Even with my weight on over 215 pounds, it's carrying me easily to the uphill. I'm not afraid to take it off-road because it can eat any hill basically in my area, because I know if the bike can go around 13 miles an hour on this hill, it can go any hill pretty well as well. It will go very fast. About this cover, actually, you might have questions as well as me. So you would need basically like this to attach it, and in order to attach this way, either you do it when you're installing the rear shock, or I did after. I just removed this 3 screw, put it in and reattach it, so it will protect the shock from the dirt, all the debris coming from the wheel. So it's pretty cool. I like the sounds as is, without even need to turn on this speaker. But if you're teenagers, you want to show off, this one is a really cool feature. I know it's like real motorcycle, but again, you don't want to bring the attention much to show that it is electric. But if somebody asks you, you can say no, it's not electric, and then you can show off. But I believe it comes with Bluetooth, and I believe you can connect Bluetooth. I don't know how, I didn't try it yet, but I was thinking it might. So if you can sync with your phone, you might be able to play even music on the speaker. That's what I think. That's what I saw, like some video about it. It is an amazing bike. It's not as large, so it's probably someone who is under 5'11", like me, 5'6", or even below, and someone who is 5'2", maybe. Probably actually shorter. I think somebody who is 5'5" or 4'5" can easily fit this bike, because they can move the shock to this smaller like rear hole, so it will lower down about an inch, and when you sit on it, it will just go a little bit down. My son is 4'8", and he can touch the ground, so it's probably good for shorter person as well. I am very heavy, and this bike carry me up to 31 miles an hour very quick. I can feel a lot of power, almost getting wheel every time if I take off. But the good part about this bike that you can use the throttle as needed, so basically it's on respawn. So I'm gonna turn over the throttle, so if you turn only half a little bit, it'll go slow. If you want more speed, it'll go like motorcycle, so it's not like going all the way to the full throttle, but it is very sensitive, so you have to be very careful, mostly when you're on speed number 3, because you touch a little bit, it'll go all the way to the top speed, mostly like very quick. So it is quick bike. I was riding this bike and I saw some hill kind of off-road. I'm gonna test it out now and to see if it will make it. So we're gonna test it out, one more test, to see if this bike can get to that hill. It's very steep as well. Alright guys, so as I said before, I saw some hill which is very steep. I know I can go this road. It's steep, but not as steep as going straight. Not only it's going off-road, which is usually harder, but also a lot of kind of very steep. It would be hard even to walk there. And the cool about it's so low, I could just lift it up and go in. Otherwise I cannot go on the bicycle over here. Don't try it at home. So let's see. Hopefully I will not do wheelie over here. So let's see if I can make it. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna go number 3 and go. Wow, actually it's keep pulling me off-road. Actually it's made it. Check this out. There was like steep hill, huge steep hill. It just keep going up. It was pretty simple. Let me go this way. It is very smooth suspension as the rear as the front. Even I'm a heavy person, even riding here, it's, and I'm not really afraid to get punctured because the tires is pretty good for off-road riding. It's basically completely off-road over here. This bike actually designed for off-road riding. It's just nature for it. It's not like for street riding on these tires mostly, but I mean it was pleasant time going 31 miles an hour on the street, easy with the tires, with me on top, easy. But over here, for example, straight up. Let's see if I can go. Oh, it's, I think even rear wheel spinning. Wow, it can keep going easy. So it is, let me see the rear wheel, if it's dirty now or not. I'm gonna park here because I feel like it was spinning in the mud and stuff. So, oh yeah, it needs some cleaning now. Check this out. I never tried that before. I know like some people will hate me here, ruin the grass and stuff, but this bike is actually very powerful. I don't know, there's a lot to love about this bike. So if you're looking for dirt bike with no pedals, it's excellent, and it's very affordable. I think it's on sale, Black Friday sale right now, like $12.99 plus my discount will get even low price. So that's a very good price for this type of bike. I'm gonna go more, I guess, to ride. Anyways guys, so if you're interested to get one, check link in description. It's awesome bike. It's a dirt bike. You can ride off-road, downhill as well. Actually it's a lot of mud over here. I mean it's not, it's a soft surface. I guess they're watery, but it's going downhill pretty good as well. I'm surprised. Usually I don't do this on the bicycles, but since it's a dirt bike, it can go in the dirt. I might even take it off-road later. I don't know, like separate video. But this one, I'm trying not to be fast because I don't know the surface over here. But if you're looking for a bike to go hunting, you can take this for hunting as well. Yes, the battery is still. I'm going to go uphill again. Wow, the rear wheel spin a little bit, but let's keep going. Yeah, I don't want to do burnout, but some people would probably do burnout. Look how dirty it is now. But looks good, looks good. The bike is awesome. Again, I'll have a link below if you want to get one. Highly recommend to check it out. It's a lot of fun and turn on. So, motorcycle now. About the range, well, the range will vary, so I cannot really tell you what just listed on the website, but I think you're gonna get around 30, depending on the weight. With my weight on, I would probably get about 30 miles to 50 miles, depending on the speed, terrain, so it will vary. But the battery is pretty large, so it's keep up the juice pretty good. I rode it around 7 to 8 miles already, and let's test it out, see what the voltage I have. So I have 7 miles on odometer and I have 51.6. When I left my house at 0 was 54. So you can check the chart and see. So it's pretty much I think over 80%. So actually, surprisingly, it's keep up very well. So you might get exactly what they say in the description of the bike. So again, if you want to get one, check link in description. It's on sale right now due to the Black Friday. I'm not sure if it will go up, but currently it's a very good sale for the quality build and fun to ride. I think it's a great transportation and one of the cheapest transportation and also comfortable. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.